You're in for a real treat.
If we can dream it, then we can do it. Yes, we can, yes, we can.
Hang on to them hats and glasses, cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Hey Disney fans, come join the fun. Cory and Lawrence, the magic's begun. From the parks to the stories we adore, let's dive into the magic. There's so much more. It's the DIZPod, where dreams come true. With Cory and Lawrence, we'll explore with you. We entertain and teach every step of the way. With stories and facts, we brighten your day. From Disney history to tips and tricks, we've got the magic mix that always clicks. It's the DIZPod, where dreams come true. With Cory and Lawrence, we'll explore with you. Feel the magic, the joy and the cheer. Together we'll make memories year after year. The DIZPod, let's all sing along. With Cory and Lawrence, the magic's never gone. Bringing joy to your day in every way. In the DIZPod, where the magic's here to stay.
You are now listening to a member of the Disney Podcast family. Head over to Disney Podcast Family on Instagram to see all the latest posts for this show and links to other great Disney podcasts.
And here we go. Lawrence, episode number 88. It's like Marty McFly and Back to the Future. 88 miles per hour is how fast we're going to fly today with today's podcast.
That's
my
about
energy
how
level
fast I was going trying to get home today. So, yes.
I can respect that. That's about as fast as Tammy goes from a Disney park to Disney Springs on two wheels. Yes. Got to get the mission done.
We
are doing this live, and we are doing this live because we do it for all of you. Welcome everyone who are watching live today on the DIZPod, D-I-Z. And we also want to thank anyone listening later, no matter what you're doing while you're watching on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Prime. And I'm excited for today.
Yes.
Listen, I don't know what it is, but I'm loving this festival, and I had so much fun on Wednesday that we have to do it again. We're going back tomorrow night to do this again. Same format. You know, we'll look at the merch because there'll be people that, you know, maybe forgot or didn't see the merch yet, and we'll pick some food booths. Hey, maybe we'll pick them again tonight if we have time, and we will attack those food booths for tomorrow and do our thing at Epcot. So I'm excited. And what makes it even more exciting is tonight we are going to learn about allergy-friendly and allergy-unfriendly foods here at the 2025 Epcot Flower and Garden Festival.
Yes. So let me ask you, you made a plan of attack for last week. Is there a plan of attack for tomorrow? Is there something you didn't hit at the food booths that you want to hit tomorrow?
So Shirley will be joining me tomorrow again, and there was a dessert that we did not hit last time that she wanted to hit. So I think we'll make it a point to make sure we do that. She can tell us in chat. She's in chat right now, so she can tell me what we're gonna hit there. Other than that, no.
All right.
Same format, like I said, as last time. We'll hit the merch. We'll hit about 3 food booths or whatever, and the nitro. We're gonna get the nitro dessert.
Nice.
And specifically, that is the liquid nitro honey mascarpone cheesecake with fresh honey, granulated honey, and honey-made blueberry compote. So we're gonna be sure to get that. I like anything that smokes when they hand it to you. You know, whether it's hot or cold, right? You ever eat it like Chili's and you hear that sizzling going by you, and it's got the meats and the veggies serving to somebody. It's more fun when it's served to you.
So were you a kid that played with dry ice? Is that what you're telling us?
I never thought it was possible. No, I've never even got to interact with dry ice. Probably a good thing.
Yeah.
I did burn ants on the sidewalk, though, with my magnifying glass.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were a kid for sure.
I was that boy. I was all boy. Man. Yeah.
So, yeah, like you said, we have Ashley coming on tonight to talk about allergy friendly and allergy unfriendly foods. So we will do that as we recap the I almost called it Festival of the Arts. I'm still stuck, probably because I'm looking at your shirt. Flower and Garden, where I'm all sorts of messed up.
I don't have a flower and garden, and to
I
be
know.
honest, unless I'm going blank on this, they don't have a button down yet.
So on the way home, I told Catherine, I said, I need an Orange Bird shirt. I don't have an Orange Bird shirt. So maybe
Okay.
that's in the works. We'll see.
Okay. Oh, do they make like for Catherine to make?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Do they make orange bird material?
So she has some, but it's more for it's a dress material.
Oh, okay.
But she does have some, but might be able to find some at on the web. So we'll see.
I'm sporting something different tonight.
I noticed. I was gonna ask, and then I didn't.
Like that?
Yeah.
Special edition 90s Mickey Mouse headphones.
I
from
like
Beats.
it. From
Let me see. I'll
Beats?
turn to the side so you can see it.
Wow. That is special. A classic 90s Mickey. I like it.
Yeah. I wonder if our guy Brian made that Mickey.
Oh, could be. That was his.
I'll
era.
have to wear. Well, I'm going to wear him from now on, but I'll have to wear him when he's on.
All right. I like it.
And
I
ask.
like it.
Yes. All right. So, and just for you quickly, you are wearing a pretty cool shirt. Do I have that one? I'm looking at that, and I have to look because I got a bunch of. That's a Roosevelt shirt, right?
Yep. It is a
I
Roosevelt
gotta look
shirt.
now because
The reason
love
I
that
like
shirt.
this one in particular is that it's kind of random characters. It's not the traditional character. Mickey's not on it. You have Mr. Toad, you have Peter Pan, Ariel. I see Genie, Stitch, of course, Dumbo. So it's kind of random. I love that type. I have a princess shirt that is also very random princesses. So I kind of like it when it's like that.
Sweet. Well, hey, I always believe meetings don't happen by accident. And, when we met Ashley years ago, I don't think that was an accident either. She's as sweet as a pie that is allergy friendly. And we ran into her a couple weeks ago, and that was great to see her again. So, yeah, I think we met in the end because she's meant to be on the DIZPod and bring us this special information all the time. It's so valuable, and I'm proud to bring this service to all of our listeners because I don't think there are a lot of people out there doing it, and it's just another thing that LID and DIZ are doing for our community. So, hey, without further ado, let's bring in Ashley. How about that? Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome.
So this is Ashley, everybody. Her Instagram is Disney Allergies with Ashley, and you can follow her. The description is always in our, or it's always in our description at the bottom there. So you can always join that way too. And glad to have you again. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been, but I am so thankful to be back and, like you said, provide excellent resources for guests who have allergies who are taking a trip to Walt Disney World.
Absolutely.
And why haven't you been with us for a little bit, Ashley? You've been a little busy?
Oh, of course. Well, anytime you guys want me on, I will be here, but I'm constantly always just researching the parks and making sure that I can provide the best intel through my Instagram page to provide education.
And
Absolutely.
I believe you
give
had
you a little bit of time to gather.
You had a life-changing moment recently?
I did. February 1st, I got married here in Orlando at the Four Seasons. It was a beautiful wedding. Some Disney pals did accompany the wedding. Chip and Dale were there, and it was a beautiful night.
Oh, that's
Wow.
fantastic. That's
That is
fantastic.
that is great. You talked about Chippendale. So Four Seasons is I'm gonna sound stupid by asking this. That's on Disney property though, right? But not a Disney hotel, or is it
Yes.
off Disney property? Okay. And
It's
they can do
actually
that,
in
obviously.
Golden Oak. So you
Oh,
actually
okay.
have to go to the Golden Oak residency. You'll go through security there, and then it's about, I think, a half a mile into property in the back.
Oh, okay. And of course, so you can do that. You can How do you go about getting Disney characters to be part of that? How does that work?
Absolutely. First and foremost, Disney characters was non-negotiable for my wedding. As someone who has loved Disney for 26 years, that was a big part. And first and foremost, it's just about inquiring. And the first thing that I did was I asked the Four Seasons coordinator if it was a possibility. They already do have characters on property for their breakfast. So it was just a matter of saying, hey, is this something they're able to do for an event? And it was an easy yes.
Wow. How about that? That's really cool. That's good for people to know. So, Flower and Garden has just begun, and it's a great overall menu, in my opinion. So have you been able to go yet and kind of check some things out and try some things and form some opinions?
Yes, I actually was lucky enough to go this past Sunday, try four things, and I will say that this year I am impressed with the allergy accommodations. I always see improvement throughout every festival, and I'm hoping that one day Disney can do a specific booth just for allergies. But in the meantime, I'm seeing Disney continue to grow, and that's what I'm thankful for.
Oh, that's great to know. And I'll remember that too. I'll try to mention that whenever I'm out there at festivals because Disney listens, and I will mention that. I will push that. It would be a real feather in their cap to dedicate a whole booth to that. I mean, that's a win-win for everyone. Makes Disney look good. It
Absolutely.
helps out it helps out those that are really in need. And to be honest, if you want to do it, I would throw that in a place like the Odyssey building where you can just expand they seem to have a bigger menu than a lot of booths. Maybe put it in a place where you can put more items and offer more.
Oh, for sure. That, I mean, would be end goal. I would love, one of my biggest goals within my platform is getting within Disney management, sitting down and saying, how can we do more to include this group of individuals that have food sensitivities, allergies, where we don't have a choice, and that we are able to enjoy the festivals like any other guest would be able to.
Absolutely. I can't imagine having to really check menus out like that. I don't know if I mentioned this on a podcast, Lawrence, but I had a little bit of an issue. Um, well, probably closer to New Year's Eve week. Yeah, it was New Year's when Lawrence was here. Just had a weird, quirky thing with I had some blood pressure running high, and I normally have very, very normal or better. So had a couple of days where I was just kind of like taking it easy and resting. To be honest, I think I might have taken too many of those hydration drinks because I was dehydrated and I took too much. So I think the salt content drew me up. But I really wanted to go to dinner, and I have a friend who's a nurse practitioner, and she's like, "Well, you can go to dinner." We went to Chili's, and she's like, "But you're gonna have to just like stick to a steak and like asparagus or something." I'm like, okay, but I really had to scour that menu and really and look, and I asked for them to bring me what's included in different meals I was interested in and really choose wisely as to what I could eat. And I was like, man, this is just one time. So I can imagine what it's like to have to do that every time you're out.
Yep, that's the biggest reason why I've created the platform that I have, so that for individuals that that education is there and that there is no stress for the families when they go to Walt Disney World. But that's a great example because Flower and Garden, every booth that I went to, I did have to reaccess the My Disney experience and go to the allergy menus to see what was and what was not safe for me.
Hmm. Okay. So do you want to touch on how to do that first or touch on the foods that you encountered?
Absolutely. Let's start with navigation. So, if you are someone who is planning on going to Flower and Garden this year, first and foremost, make sure you have the My Disney Experience app. That's really going to help you navigate through the whole festival to make it more comfortable for yourself. First and foremost, you're going to go to the My Disney Experience. There's going to be a search tab in there. You would type in Flower and Garden allergy menu and it should come up. However, when it does come up, there's going to be a little snippet, and I do want to talk about this really quick. Any festival booth, they cannot guarantee that cross contact will not happen. If you are someone that cannot handle cross contact with food, I would advise you to not have anything within the festival for your safety. Now, if you're someone who is able to handle cross contact, I would recommend you to go further into the app. You'll click on the menu and you'll be able to scroll through each individual booth and it will tell you each option and what allergies it is safe for. I also would like to add that not all of the booths will have actually an allergy option menu. If there's something you're interested, an example would be the Italy Pavilion. They do not have an allergy menu. You would need to go speak to the cast member and speak about your allergies and then see what your options are from there.
Okay. While you were talking too, I pulled that up. It's really easy. It comes up real easily, and it looks like it has the food booths listed, and then below the items that are offered to you. I see that.
Yes.
There's quite a bit in there. There's more than I expected to see.
Yes, this year is definitely one of their best years for sure. However, if you're someone like me where I have to navigate multiple allergies, I am still pretty limited. However, if you're someone with one allergy, I am hoping for those individuals that they are able to have more options.
That's great. So what did you encounter? What did you try? And tell us what you thought of it.
So, the one thing that you're actually excited to try was the first thing that I tried, which was the liquid nitrogen cheesecake. It
Okay.
was excellent. If you're someone who has a sweet tooth, I say go for it. I am very fortunate to say that it was safe for a couple allergies. Not all, of course, but I do have a gluten and a soy allergy, and I was able to try it, and it was delicious.
Nice. Yep. So good. I'm excited to try that, and we will try that tomorrow, and mention the same thing you did. What else did you try?
My favorite thing, and I don't know if you've tried this before, is the seasonal parfait over at Refreshment Outpost. It's Dole Whip mango with fresh fruit and sweet chili sauce. If you are someone who likes savory and sweet, it is amazing and it is safe for gluten and soy.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put that on my list then. I tried something, and I can't remember. Shirley's in chat. She might remember this, but I went to Aloha Isle in Magic Kingdom months ago, and they had Dole Whip with some fiery, spicy powder or something added to it. And it's the first time I ever took a bite of a Disney snack and put it right in the trash. But it was that particular thing because I have had, I don't know if it was chili sauce or what. Swirls on the Water in Disney Springs did something like that. And that one was really good. So it was just what they incorporated in the other one. So yeah, I'll give that a try. And hopefully I'll be like, this is good. So yeah, I'll give that one a try. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Or maybe that might be one good one to save for the family. Tammy won't try it, but Jacob will. He's adventurous. I don't think Jill will try that. So what else did you come across?
Now, this I do want to preference. Obviously, if you are not able to have shellfish, this is going to go out the door for you. But I did try the Northern Bloom booth, which is in Canada, and I had their seafood scallops. It came with green beans and a bacon vinaigrette. safe for gluten, soy. I personally love shellfish. I'm not allergic to shellfish. It's a good option for me. And I really enjoyed it. And I think this is something that was also available last year. And I was glad to see that it came back.
Okay. All right. Northern Bloom. That's Canada.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's 3 down. What was your fourth thing?
My last thing was the seafood ceviche over at the booth in between France and Morocco.
Okay.
And that was
Uh,
also really good. Smaller portion, different types of obviously shellfish. So it was, I believe, shrimp and scallops and something else, and had a really nice taste to it.
all right. Do you have anything else that you're targeting next time you go?
For me, my biggest thing is communication with cast members, and I'm a huge advocate for this as well with guests. Anytime you're going to a festival and going to a booth specifically, make sure you're reiterating those allergies to the first individuals that you see when you're ordering, as well as the individuals you will give your receipt to. It's important for both teams to know because when they are handling the allergy, they will go out of their way to make sure that you feel comfortable. So just more communication and talking about cast members and how I can be a better advocate for my page and giving people education on my platform.
And definitely do that, everyone. You want to, if you know anybody or you have concerns about allergies yourself, go to Instagram Disney Allergies with Ashley and follow her as well. You got anything there, Lawrence?
No, I was looking at some of the menu while she was talking. I do remember the ceviche and thinking that would be pretty good. So if I do get down there during the festival, I'll be trying that one out. So let me ask you, one of the you mentioned the nitro cheesecake. Do you find that more snacks are allergy friendly than foods at the food booths, or is it kind of even?
I would say it's even. In terms of things specifically, I would always say for me, like I said in preference before, shellfish is always something that I see that's super common within the festivals. And I notice that's more easy for them to navigate allergies than it is something like poutine or maybe something that's fried. It's just
Mm.
depending on the festival and how they're handling things. Swirled Showcase, where the liquid nitrogen cheesecake is actually the first time I'm seeing more of a wider range of allergies being accommodated at that location, which is why I loved going back to that. I really think Disney is paying attention and continuing to make sure that they're inclusive to individuals with allergies.
Do you do you find that this festival has more accommodations than the other three festivals? I would think because it's Flower and Garden, there's more um, accommodations made during this one than the others.
Absolutely. I would think out of all the previous ones that I've been to, I think Disney is seeing a pattern and allergies are very prevalent. A few months ago, I was very fortunate to speak to a chef at Saratoga Springs about my allergies, and then we were just chatting about education within the parks, and they are seeing a big influx of allergies within the Walt Disney World premises, and they're noticing that they're accommodating more than they normally have been within the past few years. So my hope would be that Disney did see these numbers and wanted to obviously include more individuals. So at the festival, if there's someone in your party that has a dietary restriction, they're able to enjoy that food with you as well.
And so let's talk about some of the standard restaurants that are in Epcot. How are they doing as far as accommodating? What steps do they take for if you have somebody in your party that has allergies? What can they do?
Right. So we're going to start right at the beginning with making a reservation. Now, with Disney, when you're booking a reservation, when you go to allergies, you're only going to see the top 8 allergens. Thankfully, Disney does know that there are individuals that have allergies outside that 8. So you are able to click on other. So when you are checking in with your hostess, they will see there is an allergy marked. And when you sit down with your server, the first thing you will communicate is, "Hi, I have the allergy. It is this allergy." When you get the allergy menu, for perfect example would be Garden Grill. When you're looking at the menu, it's going to be your top 8 allergens. So like I said, if it's something off that perimeter, you are going to have to speak to a chef. I'm a huge advocate for speak to a chef regardless, even if you're seeing your allergies are accommodated within the allergy menu. I am a firm believer in take that extra step, communicate with your chef your concerns, and they always will go out of their way for you. Now, if we're going to talk about sit down's going to be a little bit different in terms of the process, especially at Epcot. When you're going to a quick service, you're going to go up to an individual like you're ordering something, saying, "I'm going to get a hamburger," right? But before we do that, we're going to say to the individual, "I actually have X, Y, and Z allergy. May I speak to a coordinator or a chef?" One thing I love about quick service is that they will take their time with you, even if they were super busy. I have had chefs or coordinators come out with an allergy binder and break down every single ingredient, every single oil, whatever the concern is, and how they're going to cook that meal for you. After that whole thing is dissected, they go over the allergies. They actually go to the individual that's putting in your order and they hand put it in themselves and put "C chef." So you're having your allergy ordered, prepared by the chef that you spoke to. So whoever you speak to is going to be handling the meal, which for me, as someone with allergies, gives me a huge relief because I spoke face to face with the individual that's handling my food. So two different procedures, but two really good procedures in terms of easing your anxiety while you're on vacation.
And is it any different if you are at Disney Springs? Because a lot of them are third party and not Disney owned restaurants. So do you have to do anything differently there?
Yes. I would advise, if you're someone with a severe allergy, to not be eating at Disney Springs. Those are mostly third party restaurants. And in my personal opinion, they don't have the Disney standard of training. Now, if you're comfortable within your allergies to go and speak to someone, that is not a problem. However, for me personally, as a Orlando local, if I'm going to out to eat with my family, my husband, I'm going to stay within the Disney property and Disney owned restaurants.
Okay, so you mentioned staying in the Disney bubble. What about Universal? How do they do with allergies?
From my personal experience, having 5 food allergies, I have not been able to be accommodated there. I have not been to Universal in a couple of years due to the severity of my allergies. I can't give you more information than that because I'm not educated in that subject. However, I do know individuals who have celiac that go to Universal, they just will not eat on property.
Wow,
Wow, that is a huge miss by Universal. Wow.
interesting.
Ha- have you cared enough to try to make contact with them as well to try to make things better there, like you're trying to do at Disney?
Absolutely. I would love to. I am a huge advocate and someone who just consistently wants to educate for individuals because I know how anxiety ridden it can be to go on a vacation and not know what you're going to eat. And with Epic Universe opening, I'm hoping that in some shape or form we can get in contact with someone and just say, "Hey, how can we be inclusive to those with dietary restrictions?"
It has been a long time since, see, when we first moved here, we were able to get our annual passes for both, but we found it more feasible in the beginning. I mean, now we just eat at whatever restaurants or food booths or whatever when we go to Disney on a weekly basis. But in the beginning, we thought we would save some more money by just bringing a backpack. I carried a backpack with like 2 drinks per family member and like public subs, And I say that because I don't know if I can't remember if Universal allows that. And if and if that was an issue, I'd have more of an issue if I was someone like you saying I want to enjoy your park, but because you can't accommodate me for my allergies, I need to be allowed to bring my own sandwich in or something like that. I don't know if Universal does that. I can't remember.
I don't know if they do. However, I believe with an allergy, they do have to accommodate because obviously they want guests to be fed and well in the parks. However, like I said, continuing to make sure we're making everything inclusive for dietary restrictions would be the ultimate goal. So who knows, maybe sometime this year I can get in there and speak to someone. That's the ultimate goal, is sitting down with someone within Disney property as well and saying, hey, let's do more. Let's make us even more enjoyable of an experience, whether it's a dairy allergy, a gluten allergy, an egg allergy, whatever it may be.
hmm So we were touching on Disney Springs. 3 spots that we make sure we hit late in an evening or whatever is the 2 hot cookie spots and the hot ice cream spot. So I don't know what you know about. Well, I'm sure Gideon's has been around for a while. We have Summer House with their cookies, and we love a little salt and straw at the end of the night. So what do you know about those? Do they accommodate well? What do you know?
I would say actually the best accommodation for a sweet treat within Disney Springs property would be Aaron McKenna's Bakery. They are fantastic, gluten free, pretty much everything free bakery. They actually also sell their mixes. So if you're someone who would like to make a cupcake mix or a brownie mix, they actually do sell those. And I actually will be doing a upcoming post about one of their mixes so guests can actually see what Aaron McKenna uses for their ingredients, and it's very limited and very allergy friendly. And they have everything from bagels to cupcakes to custom cakes, maybe for someone's birthday or a wedding. However, with Gideon's, when we switch into that, I have spoken to a Gideon's team member. They are not allergy friendly there. There's a lot of cross contamination, and those top 8 allergens are used within their premises. So I would not advise anyone to go there with allergies. Salt and straw, I have not been, but I will get back to you and get some education and research on that because I have heard really good things about them.
That sounds great, and I would guess, this is a total guess, but by their menu, and Jacob and I love to make it a point every month to go try they alternate 5 flavors, so they have flavors of the month. This month's theme happens to be cereals, which we went over and just had some amazing, and they allow you to taste anything. So we tasted them all, and we walked away with a cone. I think I got a Captain Crunch Berry and Reese's Puffs ice cream. But there's a lot of there's vegan choices up there. It just seems like what they use to me just feels like if you're gonna eat ice cream, you probably feel like you're eating a little healthier at Salt and Straw. So they really pay attention to their ingredients. So yeah, I can't wait to hear your review on Salt and
Oh,
Straw
yeah,
and how they
absolutely.
handle
I would love to go
allergies.
over there. And you said it's new every month, the flavors?
Yeah, I mean, you could go and try every month, and you don't even have to spend if you just want to go and sometimes and you don't want to buy a cone, you can literally just try the 5 flavors on a tiny spoon and decide what's good, what's not, or what you're able to try. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see what the theme is each month and then go in and try all those things. And they have some interesting flavors. What, Lawrence? Pretty soon? They kind of alternate a lot of their flavors every year. When do they serve worms and crickets? Because there's like a matcha ice cream, I think it is, and they serve worms and crickets in there. Jacob and I have had it a couple times. Good protein.
I want to say that's towards September, October for Halloween.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
If I remember correctly, but I probably just, tossed that out of my head because worms and crickets was not going to be me. It's funny. I had until you mentioned it, Ashley. I'd never heard of Aaron McKenna's. Didn't even realize it. So yeah, I'm looking at their website now. So yeah,
where is that located? I don't even know.
So that's actually located over by the boathouse. So the boathouse is facing the water. When you walk towards the walkway where the Havana's flip flops are, it's going to be on your right side next to the hat store.
Oh, that's that little spot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Definitely
I'll
go
have to.
try it. It's safe for a lot of allergies. They're so great there. There's no risk of cross contamination. Ingredients are really minimal. You're not going to have any issues there. I think the only allergen there that's a concern from the last cast member I spoke with was coconut. But other than that, it's mostly allergen free, or at least in that top 8 allergen, it is.
All right. Well, if time allows, then next time we are live at Disney Springs, I will make sure we go over there. And I can tell everyone that every single thing on the item, if you have allergies, you don't have to worry. Is that what you're saying?
I would always speak up about your allergies, but when you walk in, usually a cast member will say to you, "Hi, welcome to Air McKenna's. We're gluten free, X, Y, and Z. If you have any questions, let us know."
Excellent. That's great. You have anything else for Ashley?
No, that's it. I just want to thank you guys for having me on tonight, and I'm so glad I'm always able to provide some insight on allergies about Walt Disney World.
That is
Yeah,
awesome.
I'll
Good.
just bring up Aaron McKenna's. I'm reading their site, and it says, "Our mission: we craft heavenly treats for everyone, especially those often left out of the dessert line. Our goodies are vegan, gluten-free, kosher, free from dairy, eggs, nut, and soy." So yeah, if you have any of those allergies, you should feel very comfortable going in there. But as Ashley said, speak to them and make sure if you have any type of allergy. But it does seem like that would be a place to be for those that want a dessert with those allergies. Yeah.
Yes.
Amazed is. You are amazing as always. Better than ever. Thank you for coming on and being part of the DIZPod family and the
Oh,
LID
of
family.
course. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
We appreciate it,
You're welcome.
Ashley. Again, Ashley's Instagram is Disney Allergies with Ashley. Is that right? Did I get that right?
Yes.
All right. So make sure to follow her on Instagram. She'll have that story. Tell me what the post was going to be again that you had coming up. You had a post.
It's actually going to be about Aaron McKenna's cake mixes.
Perfect. Yeah. So make sure to follow her for that. Ashley, thanks. It's good to see you again, and congratulations again.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you as well. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you. We'll see you soon.
Awesome.
She's so polished. Like she was more polished than ever. It's like she rehearsed that whole. Man, she was smooth.
She's got all her stuff
great.
down. Yeah, it's great to have somebody like that can really speak to that subject, because it is, as I just read, on Aaron McKenna's, it's those that are often left out of the dessert line. They'll work on meals, right? Because that's the meat and potatoes, if you will, right? So they'll work on offering gluten meals and vegan meals and stuff like that. But then desserts, they're like, whatever. So it's nice to see that this is a place you should feel very comfortable going into. Very nice.
Yeah, love their tagline. It's great.
Yeah. All right, should we cover some news?
Let's do it.
All right. Okay.
I don't like that headline. I don't like it.
Don't yell
Remember Sanford and Son? Remember Sanford and Son?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, some of you in there are old enough to remember Sanford and Son. I'm grabbing my heart, man, and I'm saying, Tammy, I'm coming for you. Tammy, I'm coming for you, looking up into the heavens. But that would indicate Tammy's not with us on Earth. But,
right.
Man, it's giving me a heart attack.
I did. Thank you, Steve, for noticing. I did change. I'll be changing back to my other microphone next week. Catch-up is not available. Why? Because Whispering Canyon is going to be closing for refurbishment. So you can get your catch-up at ABC Commissary. Don't worry.
Okay. And they have good catch up there too. So did you set me up? Did you set me up with that headline right there?
I did. Did you like that?
I love it. I love it. And you probably got the reaction you were looking for.
That's right. That's right.
Great minds think alike.
So from May 12th through the 21st, Whispering Canyon will be going through a quick refurbishment. All the other restaurants there will be operational. So that was the first one. Next one, I'm calling this J Make a List.
Oh.
So Lego is coming out with a Mario Kart Lego set. Has 1,972 pieces, and it's priced at $169, and it'll be available at Lego stores and online May 15th.
Yesterday was Mario Day.
It was. Finley went to school in a Mario skirt.
That is very cute. And, I got an email on it. I forwarded it to Jacob. Of all people, Jacob did not know it was Mario Day yesterday. I can't believe it.
Wow.
Yeah, but they call it that because it's March 10th. So MAR, and if you put the 1 and the 0 next to it, it looks like Mario. So somebody came up with that kind of cleverly, just like May the 4th be with you.
That's right. Exactly right. Yep. So yeah, that does look very cool. May 15th is the release date for that. May 22nd, a week later, is when Epic Universe and Super Mario World open. If you live in Florida and you want to get an annual pass and you don't have an annual pass, you used to have to put a down payment of $205 down in order to get the pass. Now you only have to put down $99. So that's somewhat of a savings. It's upfront savings. The cost of the pass isn't going to change. It's just going to divide the remainder by the 12 months.
Why do we? Okay, I mean, I was gonna say, why do we think Disney did this? Disney's never nice when it comes to price. Ooh. So we must. Are we needing to recruit more annual pass holders right now?
That's what I would guess. I would guess that the maybe they did surveys and they found out that more people are looking for a little bit lower payment. I mean, you think about a Pixie Pass over 12 months, it's really, really inexpensive. But maybe having to come out with $205 in one, shot is a little bit harder. So they lowered it to $99.
I can do better than that. You think 205, but what if you're a family of 4 like us? Now you're talking what, 820?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money down.
Yep.
We never had to put money down.
Really?
Disney did an interesting thing with us when we moved here. So we moved here in like June, right? And I was like, man, I want to go right down, get my Disney pass, like waste no time. And we didn't become pass holders until November. We had to wait it out that long. Didn't go to the Disney parks for all those months. So what we did was we did the alternative and we became Universal pass holders first. And we did Universal every Saturday. And loved it. But the reason why was because our house sold. But before the house sold, we already had a trip paid and booked for November. So I called Disney, and what they told us to do was, if you can hold out, it would behoove you to wait. Because what they would do is the price that we paid for the trip, for the whole vacation, staying at Caribbean Beach and our tickets, they would apply that balance to our annual passes. All we had to do is go to guest services on day one, and they would flip it to an annual pass. So it felt like we saved a lot that year, because when we first became pass holders, because they took a lot of that money we already invested, and it was kind of like, oh, here you go, here's an annual pass now for the year. So it was pretty cool.
So, what I was going to mention is that those of us that are out of state, it's just all once. It's just,
Yeah, it's a whole chunk. That's
Yeah.
nuts.
yeah,
Well, I guess you could do it a few things, right? If you have a credit card that is, big enough to just charge it all and then make your own payments, that's one way to do it, right? Something like that.
Actually, the first time that we bought our annual passes, that's what I did. I got a new Discover card, which had 0% interest for a year. And I was like, okay,
Perfect.
we'll use that for the cards, and for the annual passes. And now what I do is I just get my tax return, and the tax return pays that. So I have to write a check to Disney in like 3 days for almost $4,000.
I have to write a check to the New England Patriots by the end of the month.
Oh,
That bill is in.
mm.
Got to pay for all these new free agents.
That's right. Exactly right. Okay, so Cory doesn't have to worry about this because he doesn't fly to Disney. But
But I fly away from Disney.
well, if you fly Southwest, you're going to have to pay for your bags.
Tammy's not going to like this.
So Southwest always had 2 bags fly free per person. So for our family, that's 6 bags. We never take 6 check bags. So, it was always fine. So starting May 28th, they're kind of going the same way as everybody else in the industry, where you have to pay for your bags. There will be some exceptions. So if you're Rapid Rewards A-List Preferred member, on Business Select fares, you get 2 bags free. You get 1 free check bag for A-List members and other select passengers. And you get 1 check bag for Rapid Reward credit card members, which I happen to be one. So we will get 3 free bags. So we will probably still be able to not have to pay for bags on Southwest. But that's a huge change because they were the only ones in the industry with open seating and the only ones with free check bags. And that's now going away. I did hear from a Southwest flight attendant that is not happy about it. There's a lot of changes behind the scenes, and the company that owns Southwest is pushing for a lot of these changes, and the crew members are not happy.
I'm real vague on this because it's been a bit, but sometime last year, I saw wasn't the government pushing for airlines to be very, very specific too on charges? And was it for the consumer to make sure they like don't hide charges or come up with a price and then, oh, by the way, we have to tack this on, we have to tack that
Correct.
on,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
That's
Similar
not really
to,
related to this, but
no, but similar to credit card fees, it should be very, very clear what, the consumer is paying for. But some people still haven't gone that route.
I wonder if this Southwest thing is something that could have been predicted to come about 10 years ago to drop in 2025. Or is it just the new regime running the company? But I had heard, which I think was a good source years ago, that the only reason they were able to do that was like they had bought like a massive amount of fuel or something like that was going to allow them to not have to charge for bags to fly free. That's like a real thing. So I wonder if that's kind of run out now, or this new regime just wants to, make more money. I've never researched it, but I'd love to see the profit margin on a flight because it's not cheap.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. You might give me
And
you might have just given me something to do.
yeah. And will Southwest lose some business now because people would flock to them? I know that's a big deal. Bag flying free is a big deal. And when we go somewhere, we try our darndest to fit everything in one big case
Right.
for the one check on,
Right.
so that we don't have to pay for more than one.
Whenever we fly, I always pick the flights, and it takes me, I don't even know, 2 weeks to try and figure it out, because I go through step by step and I look at Frontier, and while they might have the cheapest seats, you don't get to pick the seat. They pick it for you. Now with Finley, they will put, one of us with her, and then the other one might be in the row behind or something like that. Sometimes if you get there and there's still empty seats, they'll move us around. They'll accommodate us all in one row. They might have the cheapest seats, but then you have everything is paid for. Check bag, carry on. You do get your personal item, but you got to pay for a check bag and a carry on. So then you have to start to weigh that, because then you also have airlines that have free Wi-Fi, or Southwest has kind of in-flight entertainment. They don't have Wi-Fi, but they have in-flight entertainment free. So, you got to weigh all of that. And I think the 2 free check bags, I think they're going to see, I would venture to say a lot of people are going to move to one of the other low-cost carriers, because, if it's going to be even and I can get on JetBlue and have Wi-Fi, then I'll take JetBlue.
One difference when you go into cruising is that, Disney, when you look on their website I noticed this when I did some really hard research like a year ago, and then we booked Royal Caribbean. And when you compare same itineraries, leaving from Orlando, Tampa, wherever, to the Caribbean, between Royal Caribbean and Disney Cruise Line, it's so much more expensive for the Disney Cruise Line. It can easily be double the price. But one thing that Disney did that Royal hadn't done until recently was when you click on that price, there's no add-ons. It is the price. Where Royal, when I was planning before they switched over to the Disney way, was like, ooh, this room is $685 for the 4 of us. Wow, let me continue. But then you start to add things on, even the simple drink package and things like that. Now it's upwards of like $900 for, the 4 of us, or per person or whatever. It's like, whoa, it's nice to see upfront pricing instead of these airlines where you got to get in these cheaper ones and you've got to add this and debate, should we take another bag? Do we need another bag? Like that's just a bunch of, I wish there was a better way to do it.
In fact, what I used to do
really
with Southwest, because they do two free bags, is I would pack all my stuff in what I call medium-sized bag. I take the medium-sized bag and I put that in an empty large bag, so that I have room for souvenirs on the way home.
Very nice. Well, the additional thing we did, which I don't know if anyone else does this, is I bought them for the cruise, and you can buy those compact bags. They come in different sizes. Mm-hmm. So you can put like 6 or 8 t-shirts in there, and then when you zip it, it just compresses them. Yeah. So it was nice to get to our room, open up the big bag, and be like, okay, I've got green, Tammy's got purple, Jill has the pink bags. So everybody just knows right off the bat where their stuff is. You can live right out of those little bags. That's also a cool way to compact things too.
I like it. Good idea. All right, so Mufasa, which we saw in the theaters, and I believe you saw in the theaters as well.
I did.
Comes to Disney Plus March 26th, just a couple weeks away.
Is that coming with a new soundtrack? March 26th on Disney Plus. Did they rework that?
I always wanted a brother. I put that up there because I like that song. That one. There's one other one. The rest of them,
meh.
We'll see. But it did great in the theaters, so it's coming to Disney Plus.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed it, minus the music. I really did.
Yeah. I thought the storyline was great.
Yeah, I did
couldn't
too.
figure out how they were going to do it, and I thought what they did with it was phenomenal.
Jacob thought basic, but I just love how I love how they, even though minor roles, I love how we still get to see Timon and Pumbaa. I thought they stole the screen when they were on. It
Yep.
was classic Timon and Pumbaa, I
Yep.
thought.
Yeah.
Very well done, this movie. Very well done. It was better than I expected, I think, minus the music.
And
No
I
joke,
went
though.
into this
Not a
one
fan.
having not seen the first live action one.
I don't think I did either.
I saw this one, and then when we were down there for New Year's, we watched the live action Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
A whole new world. No,
I was going to do that too. A whole new world.
So over the weekend, I misspelled that. Oh, tisk. Over the weekend, it was confirmed that nothing is lifted from the Anaheim version of Indiana Jones.
That's good news. So that means it's going to be totally original.
Yeah.
And is that, refresh my memory, is that going where Dinosaur is?
Yes. So the thought was that
So
it
are
was
we just
going
putting
to be a
lipstick on a
reskin.
pig?
No,
We
they
we
said
doing-
it's no, because I believe that over there it is the same ride. Somebody in chat can tell me if I'm wrong, but I thought it's the same ride over there. So we thought, oh, this will be an easy. All they got to do is reskin, take the dinosaurs out, and put Indy in, and done. But apparently, it's going to be nothing is going to be lifted from there. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people think that's the best ride over there in Disneyland. Is it in Disneyland or DCA? I don't even know.
I don't know. One day we're
Did I
going to
even
have to
say that
explore
right?
those two parks and figure that out.
I know. It's the air. What kills you more going over there? I talk about my dilemma.
Yeah.
I desperately want to go there, but when you can come here, which feels like for free because we just go,
Right.
it's hard to cough up a minimum of $5,000 to fly there for a smaller park. And I'm not downplaying Disneyland, but just for a smaller park to invest $5,000 for a 3-day ticket is hard.
I know what you
hard.
mean.
Yeah. But I do. It's a bucket list. I got to do that with you.
Yep. Yeah, that would be very cool. So I guess that was it. Yeah, so that was it. So that's our news for tonight. We can talk about the next upcoming weeks. So next week we are on Thursday, correct?
Yes, thank you for that. We do have to switch to Thursday. I hate to be a pain in the butt for Lawrence, but a lot of you know I'm a massage therapist too. I do night work, and not a lot, but some of my free nights I do that. And I have a set of clients that can do Tuesdays or Thursdays. So I kind of have every other week. So I kind of have to go with the flow with them because I can't say no to that cash. That's good cash. It's a good cash grab. So we'll just announce to you all ahead of time, whether it'll be Tuesday or Thursday, but we try to stick to the schedule as much as we can with Tuesday nights for the DIZPod. But yes, next week will be Thursdays.
And
I can pump that up while we're live we could post it on the channels and on Tuesday so people don't go there looking for it. And then Wednesday on the live stream, I can say DIZPod tomorrow night.
Yeah. And so Aaron from Magical Horizons will be joining us that week. We'll be talking all about streaming in the early days and, probably the day that Disney closed and how that was for him because he was there right next to Cory. And so, and there'll be a little bit of tech talk, which some people like. So that should be fun. We have that coming up. And then the week after that, we're going to be talking about hidden Mickeys, where to find them, the whole mystique about them. I actually found one today that somebody posted. So I'm keeping my eyes out as I'm on social media trying to find where people talk about hidden Mickeys. This one, I had no idea. I bet nobody's going to know.
I got to look for it. I bought a book a while back, and we tried. We didn't really follow through well, but we did have an idea to do some vlogs for hidden Mickeys way back in the day, probably like 5 years ago or more. And so I have a book too, so maybe we can follow around with Court on Main Street, and I don't know, maybe you and I can figure out what to do with that. I don't know. I don't know how we can incorporate the book, but that will be fun. Nanny Pooh Bear says she understands for sure. Ann says no problem. Making money for the family comes first. Yes, got to earn that Disney money. Said who said that? Sharon.
Yeah,
Disney's not cheap.
The week after that is April 1st. And what is April 1st known as, Corey?
April Fools. April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day. So that falls right in line with the two of us in this show. So we have come up with something. I'm not going to tell you what it is now, but we've come up with a subject for that night that should be quite a bit of fun for all of us. So I'm excited.
We should invite some of these air quotes news outlets that like to report Disney news for April Fools, because they report a lot of foolish stories.
That they do.
Yes, they do.
And then we also have Disney College program coming up with Zach Highness. We'll do Animal Kingdom's anniversary, May the 4th. And our 100th episode is going to be the first week of June. Cannot believe it.
Wow, that's a big week. Well, leading into it, right? Because Muppets will close on the 7th after that.
Yeah.
And we talked about it already, but we are going to be there. Should be the full Diz family that day at Hollywood Studios. Jillian, Jacob, Tammy, and me, and we are going to ride. We're going to take, our mission is to watch the very last Muppets 3D ever shown.
Man, wow!
So that's our goal. We will hang out. We'll get the scope of the land. Maybe go over there if Muppets closes at 8 or something. We'll talk to cast members early on, ask them how we should approach being the last group. Disney's crazy. We're all crazy, right? So would you be surprised if there was a line a mile long waiting, trying to get there for the last few showings of the night?
I think the only thing that is going to throw a wrench into that for a lot of people is Fantasmic. It's different from when Splash Mountain closed, because at that point it was 11 o'clock. There's nothing else to do. But if Muppets does close at 8 o'clock that night, you've got Fantasmic going on. And then you also have the 9:30 showing of Fantasmic. So I think that might throw a wrench into a lot of people. And they might go, I'll go see it at 5 o'clock. That's fine. As long as I get to say goodbye. And then they'll go, watch Fantasmic. So that may be a little bit of a saving grace for those that want to be at the absolute final show.
Good point. So what probably is going to be who's who. How do you say that? Who is who in YouTube will be there for the final one.
Yeah,
would be surprised.
Yeah. Michelle says, I bet there will be some tears at the last Muppet show. Yeah,
absolutely. Waka waka.
But what they should do is make it a glorious 3-hour finale.
I love that. They should give like the last viewers like a pin or something.
Yes. Did
they do something like that for Country Bears?
For Country Bears, they did. They gave you a flyer, I think, for the upcoming show or something like that. I think they did. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's what we have coming up the next couple weeks. We're definitely excited.
Sounds good. I'll touch on our sponsors here. If you're looking for a home that offers the perfect blend of luxury, comfort, and convenience with Disney World in your backyard, Victor Naraki is a licensed realtor with Vision Home Real Estate LLC. and he is here to help you find the home of your dreams. With over 15 years of experience in the Disney area home market and a proven track record of success, Victor is the perfect partner to guide you through every step of the home buying process. So why wait? Visit celebratingflorida.com today to learn more about Victor's exclusive properties and schedule a viewing. With Victor, your dream home is just a click away. And every Sundays, we carry the simulcast of Victor's live streams right here for all of you to jump in and watch as well. So if you're interested in buying a home or even just interested in supporting Victor, and Tammy likes to just sit back and enjoy the house tours,
Mm-hmm.
and Victor's quite entertaining. So,
Yep.
you're just hanging around on a Sunday, come on and watch Victor. And a lot of times after Victor comes on the Relive and Diz, which is we put you in the time machine, 88 miles per hour, and we take you back in time, and we're playing our live streams in order. And we are currently back in 2020 still?
We are in early July 2020. So we are, you have this Sunday, I think you'll be in a resort in Disney Springs. And then probably next Sunday is when you head back to the parks. Do you remember
big
what
deal.
park it was?
Oh, what a great trivia question. What park did we return to? Well, you know what I'm going to say? I don't remember, but I'm going to go by process of elimination. When we first were able to go back, it was like trying to win the lottery with park reservations, because the capacity was extremely limited. And I can actually remember Jenna from Resort TV1 talking about how she was able to get like day one Magic Kingdom. I don't think we got Magic Kingdom. So I'm going to say no on that. I'm probably going to say no on Animal too. Maybe we did Epcot to start? No, Hollywood?
Animal.
It was Animal. Oh, see? So,
Yep.
And there you go. The least popular park was the only one left with some reservations. So,
Yeah.
So there you go. They were very tough to get.
Yeah. So yeah, those are coming up. I like putting those out for those that want to watch. We stay very busy at Living in Diz, for sure. So while we're talking about that, we might as well go inside the parks real quick.
All right. As I sip on my Starbucks LID special, Jacob special, purchased a week and a half ago, but sitting in my fridge. Let me see. Is there a date on this thing? February 22nd, Lawrence, is when we bought this.
Okay. I don't even know what to do with that.
I'm still standing here talking to you, so my
Wow.
steel insides serve me well.
Well, there's not a Best Buy date on that, so I guess you're okay.
Yeah, it's in the fridge. Tammy usually gets rid of the strawberries, but they seem fine to me. So we're going to keep going with that. Maybe I'll pop it into my corksicle for tomorrow and sip on that. So inside the parks, Anne says she loves our shirts. Thank you, my dear. I've got the this is the only festival shirt I think I have. I think it's the only one. This is Food and Wine from last year. I don't think I have. I mean, obviously, do they even? I should know this, but things go by fast. Do they even make a button-down Festival of the Arts and Festival of the Holidays, like the real small ones?
I don't know, but if they do, from now on, we'll be keeping an eye out for it. But I don't think I've had any other festival shirts. I do remember that one, but I don't remember the others.
And I also have the corksicle of this as well. So it's matchy. I buy my share of corksicles and things like that in the parks, and I just purchased the brand new corksicle for Flower and Garden, which is beautiful. 30th, they did a really good job with this merch with the 30th anniversary logo and everything. I was looking over today when I was driving, and I looked over at I still use my Mickey Runaway Railway, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway lunch bag. I still use that. And I looked over and I had a bunch of containers just laying on the seat by that point because my car is my office. And I was like, I really do use all of these containers. I had my Spider-Man corksicle over there. I had my Miles Morales 30 ounce. I always carry two of those corksicles, so I use them. I probably had about 4 containers just laying around used today. So, how far back do you want to go? You want to go back to last Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday. We did first day at Epcot, Flower and Garden.
So much fun. We came right out of the gate with a plan, and we executed it to perfection. We almost veered off a little bit. Shirley was a little crazy, and she's like, maybe let's go try this food. And I'm like, that's not part of the plan.
Stick to the plan.
Yeah, so I thought we were going to go off, the path, but then she was like, okay, no. We got to pull it back. Okay. I wanted to do the merch first, but I kind of took a good glance in the window, and I'm like, it seems like there's plenty of merch there. And at this point, it's 6:30 in the evening. So if something sold out, it's sold out already.
Right.
So let's go make sure we get the food in, because we want to do that. There'll always be time to go back and look at the merch.
Yeah,
so
good idea.
We got through the food booths pretty quickly, and luckily, geographically, that really helped us. We didn't have to go very far. The Honey Bistro is right there, and then we literally had to walk, a few hundred yards or whatever, and we were in Canada for Northern Bloom. So we were able to grab everything that we wanted pretty quickly. So got to keep me on track, says Shirley. And so we did it early. So I was like, let's go do merch now. So we did the merch after that, and we did. So there's Creations, and then just outside of Creations, as you start to head down the main walkway towards the showcase, or the port of entry stores. Just before that, there's always 2 tents right there that have merch too. So everything is the same right there as it is in Creations, except for they were carrying 2 pass holder T-shirts in Creations that they weren't carrying outside. So that was the only difference. And I like how they come out with different themes, right? We have Orange Bird theme, which they knocked out of the park again. I think lately these festivals and even collections, I don't know if somebody else is in charge, but when's the last time we looked at a merch collection and we're like, not crazy about it? It's been a while. So they've been doing a great job.
Yep.
And so we did that, and then we just carried on with our normal night, Luminous and World Showcase walkthrough. And I even went back into Creations just to kind of recap what we saw, plus showed the Tinkerbell collection, which had some hideous ears. I mean, it looks like Finley made those. Finley could have done better in school crafts.
Yeah,
with that.
She
I don't
just
understand.
piled it on.
Yeah, I don't understand the spreading out of those sequins. It all I could think about is it's supposed to be pixie dust, but they would have done something better than that to be pixie dust. Maybe a totally green, shiny ear with like gold. I don't know, gold material showing pixie dust come down. That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was just very strange. So,
and then Saturday
yeah,
you were at Hollywood, right?
Saturday was Hollywood Studios. It was quite busy, but we kept the stream moving. We never stopped. We did Smuggler's Run. We did Star Tours. Old Reliable. We did Muppets again. Want to get that in as much. We walked around the area and looked at little things around Pizza Rizzo that people may have forgotten about or had never seen. there's little sayings here and there, and there's like a bicycle up on the fire escape area, and big scissors in the window, and just kind of things that won't be there in the
Yeah.
future. So we did a little walk there, and we did some early shopping because we knew we were going to end the stream right after Phantasmic. Where did we eat? We didn't. Oh gosh, Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't ABC Commissary. Really fun. It's a totally different vibe in there. You can't. Maybe it's like most places, but when you're live streaming it and you want to interact with your audience, that's probably one of the places that you can't enjoy as much because you're entertaining the stream. Because for me, it's a very relaxed, chill atmosphere. And Jacob was really into watching everything on screen too while he ate. So we might have to just do that sometime, not on stream, and just sit back and enjoy it. So I was able to look up and watch a little bit, but I was entertaining our LID fam, which was the point of going to. So really good. And it's funny, Shirley wanted to look back on the previous stream when I visited, and Shirley says Corey's a good vacuum. I clean up everything. I clean up everything on the plates. I do. Even when Jen W comes, she'll eat half of something, and I'm like, "You done?" She's like, "Yep." All right, let me see it. I'll finish it up for you. So the menu didn't change from last year too much. They did not have fried pickles, which they had good fried pickles there. But Shirley looked back because she wanted to see what I ordered last time, because I don't remember what I ordered. And she discovered that we were there on March 8th. I went on March 9th, the year before. So crazy how close. So Jacob did like the pastrami burger, which is the feature film burger, which I think they titled that because it does allow them to change it if they want to. And if you like pastrami, that's the way to go with that burger. It was a very, very juicy burger with mustard, and on the bottom, I think they included tomatoes and lettuce, all that goodness. So very good burger. The fries are your steak kind of fries. Like they share the same. I think they share the same kitchen as ABC Commissary. I could be wrong, but it's in the same building. So same fries. So very, very good. We really enjoyed it. If no one has done that, definitely check out Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. You really, really feel like you're sitting there in a convertible. You really feel like it's a drive-in atmosphere from back in the 50s. They play trailers from old, campy, quirky sci-fi movies and an occasional Tom and Jerry cartoon. Sometimes you see Walt up there talking about, some of the latest tech back then and things like that. So really fun time doing that there. And we'll do it again because I did that with the intention of Tammy and Jill being there, but they were both under the weather. So Jacob was good enough to come with me. And of course, Shirley was there. So we enjoyed some Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. And it's not a long dinner. I don't think we were there longer than, an hour, 70 minutes, something like that. So, which is okay because it's such a tight quarters. It's hard to do a good live stream there as opposed to if you're out at Mama Melrose or something like that.
Right.
So,
right.
And you have to be quieter because it's a quieter atmosphere. So, yeah. I don't know if I missed anything else on Saturdays, but that's inside the park.
No, and I will say that our friends over on TikTok really enjoyed the post show. So we will be bringing that to TikTok for sure. However, folks, there will be no post show tomorrow night.
What?
There will be no post show tomorrow night. Sorry. I have an engagement. I will be a guest on Pete McDevitt's show on Two Truths and a Lie. So we'll have to end the stream when you finish, and then just I have to head right over. So no post stream tomorrow night, but I will make it up to you the next time that Cory is at Epcot. We will do Reflections of Earth and Epcot Forever in one night. So you get both of those shows.
Great. Michelle wants to know how Tammy and Jill are feeling. They are 100%, I believe, now. So very good there. It looks like Jen W is going to join us at Epcot tomorrow, I think.
Oh, nice.
So,
And then for me, for the post show on Saturday, you're at Universal. So
we are Mardi Gras.
We're gonna throw some Velocicoaster in there and probably a few others. So that
Nice.
should be-
Maybe some Hagrids.
maybe
that'd
some
be good.
Hagrids. Yep.
Yeah.
Tiffany, I did get your email and it has already been sent out. So you should be getting that soon. So, Catherine, you gave me all except for 2. I had to send him 2 more today. So it should be fun. Should be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. Good time had for all. First time at Mardi Gras for Shirley Renee. See, I love this stuff. Get to enjoy Mardi Gras through her eyes. So that's going to be fun too. The gimbal always catches at least one set of beads, which is cool.
Yes.
So Shirley, get ready for grabbing beads. And it's the one of few times a year that LID goes PG-13
Right.
for sure.
Right.
Lots of skin, lots of glitter, lots of fun. It's Mardi Gras. So
That's right.
let's have some fun with that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's been a while since we were at Universal, so looking forward to that.
It has. We would have gone sooner, but with a lot of our LID fam coming in and things like that, we had to kind of keep pushing it off.
Yeah.
So now we're clear where we can go and do that.
All right. So that's about it for me.
Yeah, that's it for me too. Just to remind you all too, if you're planning on staying off of Disney property sometime, definitely check out Disney Adventure Home. It's a spacious 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom townhome in Windsor Hills Resort. It literally is 6 minutes from Disney. We tried it. We did it. We love it. Fully equipped, whether you have infants, anything like that. And let me tell you, they have more comfortable beds than Disney. I got in that bed and I could hardly get off it. Very, very good, soft, comfortable. Tammy liked it because I couldn't get over to her fast enough. When I was on one side, if I tried to get over to her, it was like a real struggle. But they have a private backyard pool. It has a Mickey on the bottom of it. Lights up all different colors at night. Totally private back there. And fully equipped kitchen, amenities. When you go away from there down the street, they have a water park and some other accommodations like that too. So you can check out that information in the description below. So yeah, until then, we're just a couple of bros talking Disney, right?
That's right. Good night, everybody. We will see you tomorrow in, 22 hours or so.
Sounds great. We love you all. Thanks for watching live. Thanks for watching on any of the platforms after the recording. Have a good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Where the magic's here to stay.